Hey everyone, Caffeinated Blue Muckluck here, and if you've come looking for a way to play the Blue Burn Thief, you've come to the right place. This is a guide to the low-intensity Willbender. The purpose of a low-intensity build is to be as effective as possible with the build itself, so that the gameplay requires as few separate buttons as possible. This is not the top DPS build a Willbender can achieve, but rather an option for when you are learning the class, want to chill and watch Netflix on another monitor, or if you have shaky hands or any other condition that can impact your gameplay. Drop a like on the video or sub to the channel for more content, ring the bell for all future notifications. As always, my undying gratitude to all the supporters on Patreon and Twitch who keep this channel alive. More on how you can support at the end. Let's get started. Equipment. Full VIPER'S stats with Runes of Balthazar. Sword and torch weapons for our main set with sigils of bursting and fire on the weapons. Our heal skill can be anything. I'm currently hovering the heal signet because we like passive bonuses for our LI builds, but use whichever one you like. Utility skills are Purging Flames, a flex slot that can be whatever you need, I'll come back to this, I'm currently using Sanctuary, and Signet of Wrath. The elite skill is Signet of Courage most of the time, I'll come back to that too. Specializations are Radiance, Virtues, and Willbender. Radiance 221, Virtues 311, Willbender 112. Most of these traits offer passive bonuses. One is worth pointing out to make sure you understand how it works. Radiant Fire gives you a buff called Zealot's Flame. You can easily see that you have that buff because your Torch 4 skill flips over from the screaming mobile game icon to the fire icon. This will allow you to press 4 and throw that fire at the enemy for
tons of damage.
The damage dealing rotation is very simple. We care about 3 buttons here. Your F1, your Purging Flames utility skill, and your 4 key. Hit those buttons when they light up. Remember, your 4 key will light up at seemingly random times, thanks to the trait we talked about earlier. So when that happens, just go, ooh, piece of candy, and slam it again. With full boons, banners, spirits, spotter, and a birthday cake buff, we're looking at 27,000 average damage per second, with brief damage peaks at 39,000 DPS. Let's quickly talk about break bars. If it's time to interrupt a boss, your strongest interrupt is the utility skill Sanctuary. It makes a bubble that knocks enemies out of it. But if it's an enemy that can't be pushed, it just hits them with a knockback 7 times, which is a lot of break bar damage. Another option is swapping out your elite skill Signet for Heaven's Palm for needed fights, which is another large CC as well. Useful skills for your flex slots. The elite Signet gives passive healing, which is great for open world gameplay, and it can be activated to fully heal you and your entire party. Heaven's Palm, as mentioned before, is another elite option that is huge crowd control. Heal Crack is a smaller CC than Sanctuary, but also is a much shorter cooldown with only 15 seconds. Stand Your Ground or Roiling Light are great options for stun breaks. Wall of Reflection gives you a reflect wall, obviously, to bounce back enemy projectiles. Signet of Mercy allows you to, no questions asked, revive a downed teammate, and passively gives you concentration. Finally, to set some proper expectations, here is the build with no buffs or debuffs in play other than what you yourself bring. This is what you might see when completely on your own, with about 11.2k average DPS and brief peaks of 18k DPS. And that's all there is to it. Another massive thank you to the supporters on Patreon and Twitch who keep this channel alive. Your support makes it possible for us to spend more time researching builds like this and working with the finest video editor on earth. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like button for the YouTube algorithm, leave a comment with any tips and tricks on this topic, and subscribe for more content. Happy burninating!